Howdy everyone, and welcome back to The More You Grow. It is freezing out here. It's like 28 degrees right now. I've got 2 layers on, but that doesn't mean the work can stop because we have a lot we have to do and a limited amount of time in which we can do it. In a few videos back, I was out here working on these raised beds, and I told you I'm getting rid of them. I'm tired of these raised beds. I've got so many issues. I'll talk about those as I go along today, but I'm getting rid of them. I need to make room for a really big project that I want to do out here. So I will talk about that at the end of this video. So if you want to see what that is, stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll tell you about what I've got planned for this backyard area. But for now, let's tackle these raised beds and get them out of here so we can get some more room. So let's go check it out. You know, it might just be a raised bed, but I'm feeling a little sentimental about this one right here. This is the first thing that I built after getting out of the hospital and from being paralyzed in a wheelchair. So I built this all on my own. I had a little help from my dad, but it was one of the first things that I did after getting out of the hospital, and I felt very accomplished because it was something that a lot of people didn't think I could do, didn't think I was able to do it, but kind of showed them differently that I can build things still, I can still farm, I can still garden. And this raised bed was my first step in getting back out there. So sad to see it go, but it's time. It's time to move on and do bigger and better things. One thing I also want to mention is another reason why I'm taking these raised beds out is I'm pretty sure we have pests in the soil here. I think we got spider mites or something going on because every year I get wiped out by something. And it's only in these raised beds. If I grow anything over on the other side of the yard, anything like that, I don't have any issues. But when it comes to these raised beds, I'm thinking there's just like spider mites or something in the soil because they come in like crazy. Okay guys, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just start taking these boards off these raised beds. One of the reasons why I'm taking these out honestly is because these raised beds are past their prime. This wood is starting to get termites, it's starting to rot, and they're just done. They've seen their glory days and it's time to move on to something new. One of the other reasons is these raised beds are starting to get full of Bermuda grass. I don't care what you say, I can put weed cloth down, I can put everything down, but eventually Bermuda grass will take over these raised beds because our yard is made out of Bermuda grass. And that is one plant, no matter what you do, you'll eventually get it if it's anywhere around because it will travel through stolons, through rhizomes, through seed. It's going to get there eventually, so it's inevitable. So I'm going to take these raised beds out and we're going to do something new back here. So let's get started. Let's get these all taken out and see where we're at after that. See what I mean, you guys? It just rotted. All these boards, especially the ones that were in soil contact, are just rotted. Some of these are still okay. I might be able to use these for some little side projects or something like that. They're still doing okay, but thought take these out, give ourselves some more room to work a little bit in this yard, do some more projects. I found some snacks for the chickens. Got some slugs on here. We're gonna love them. Well guys, I've about got it all taken down now. I'm leaving this wall up right now because I'm gonna try to transplant this really big sage plant in here. I'm gonna trim it up, maybe move it out to the farm, put it somewhere because I think I can keep it going. So I'm gonna leave that up until I'm ready to transplant that. I'll do that with y'all here on the video if I can. But once I get these taken out, let's talk about what we're gonna be doing in this backyard now. So I wanted to finish this video off with telling you what my big plan is for this backyard. I'm so excited for it, I have to share it. The reason why I have to get rid of these raised beds to make more room is because I'm gonna be building a greenhouse in my backyard. I'm so excited for it. I've always wanted my own greenhouse, but I didn't have a way to justify it. Greenhouses are very expensive to build. Even if you build your own, they're expensive, they're time consuming as far as getting it built, getting everything the way you need it, and managing it over time. So before, I didn't really have a way to justify that. I just had my little raised beds back here, things like that. As much as I wanted one, couldn't justify the cost. But now that I have the farm, I am trying to produce things on a larger scale. I need to be able to start the seeds when I need them. I need to be able to start the varieties that I want, and I need to be able to start them in a cost-effective manner. So if I had to go buy all my plants at a lawn and garden store, anything like that, it'd be very expensive. So starting my own seeds is a way for me to get the varieties I want at the lowest cost possible, hopefully. So what I plan to do is I'm not going to be building my permanent greenhouse until the summer or this fall or winter. But what I'm going to be doing in the meantime is I'm going to be putting up a temporary greenhouse. I will be putting in a greenhouse kit that was very inexpensive. I got it on clearance, I think last year, either at Tractor Supply, Lowe's, or something like that. It is a very cheap version of a greenhouse. It's not meant to last for years and years. I'm just hoping to get through this year to use it to be able to start all my plants and get everything rolling. So I think it'll serve the purpose for what I need. And what I'll be doing is I'll be putting that up probably this weekend, and I'll be sure to bring you along for every step of that. So let me show you what I plan to do for the permanent greenhouse when it comes along. So excuse the mess, but I wanted to show you where I plan to put this greenhouse and why I plan to put it there. What I want to do is I want to put my permanent greenhouse right here up against this wall as a lean-to style greenhouse. I want to make it about 8 foot wide and about 12 foot long, and it'll probably be about as tall as the roof here. So it'll go from back here at this corner, and it'll go all the way to over here somewhere. And there's a big advantage of making a lean-to style greenhouse up against this brick wall. One is that it will be warmed up during the colder months and during the nighttime when it gets a little cool by using the thermal mass of these bricks. So the sun comes out during the winter time, it's going to warm up these bricks during the day, and it will retain that during the day. And at night, when the air gets colder, it's going to release that heat into the air of the greenhouse. It's going to help keep it warm without using as much energy. And so using that will make a good way to keep my greenhouse warm. It's going to be a convenient spot for it. And so when we get it built, I will show you all the materials I'm going to use, everything I plan to do to make this greenhouse the best that I possibly can. So coming up this weekend, I will hopefully be putting up that temporary greenhouse and show you how I plan to use that over the next spring, maybe some in the summer, and hopefully into fall until I can get the permanent greenhouse built. So until then, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments if you have any more questions on how I plan to build my greenhouse, what I plan to do with the temporary greenhouse, and everything I plan to put in it. Leave that down there and I'll be sure to get to you on that. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Go check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and hit that bell icon for notifications. And until next time, hope you'll join me right here on The More You Grow.